Good morning, CWCC. Welcome to Girls Club. Today is a very special Girls Club because we have with us, this is the first official announcement, Michelle Lucero with Children's Hospital, who is a personal inspiration to me. She is our 2020 Athena Award winner. I'm trying to not make her cry, but she's such a phenomenal woman. I can't think of a better example of someone who lifts me up and so many women up daily. So welcome, Michelle. Thank you for being with us for Girls Club, and congratulations on your Athena Award. I can't wait to see you awarded with this.
I've been since last night when you called.
That's one of the best things about you, is that it means a lot to you because it means a lot to you to give back to women. And that's why you're getting the award. And I've seen you do it so often here locally with your work in Papua New Guinea. So thank you so much and congratulations again. But let's give our audience a chance to meet you too, because you're phenomenal. And we'll ask the questions that we always ask for Girls Club, because we feel like in these answers, women learn so much from one another. So Michelle, tell us and our members about a time in your life when you've persevered and how you overcame it.
You bet. I think the beauty of women, first of all, thank you again for the Athena. We can talk more about that later. It's just so big, and it's such an honor when I know the amazing women in this community. And none of us do this to get an award, but when you're blessed to be lifted up by women, whew, goodness. Persevered, coming from a small town, Ignacio, Colorado, 1,000 people. I used to laugh and say 1,000, including cats and dogs, right? Really I had an amazing role model in my mother to teach me and guide me. And so, as life gives you paths and gives you opportunities or doesn't give you opportunities, I remember at one point when I didn't get a position at a large organization locally that I really wanted. And I thought, okay, this is it. And then it got to the point where this moment at Children's happened, and a wonderful man that I used to work with put me up for the position. And so I remember the search firm calling me and saying, hey, would you apply for this? And I looked at the job description, and this is such the story of many, many women. Looked at it and went, can do this, can do this, can do this. Oh, can't do those two things. Guess I'm not going to apply, right? Mm-hmm. And I remember struggling with that. And my daughter at the time was in her early teens, and I was talking to another girlfriend on the phone, and she was sitting by doing some homework. And when I got off the phone, she looked at me and she said, Mom, why aren't you applying? And I thought, oh, I didn't know she was listening or sort of paying attention. I said, what do you mean, sissy? And she said, well, you're so good at teaching other people how to believe in themselves and that they can do anything. She says, how come you're not telling yourself that? How come you're not telling yourself that you can do this, that you can persevere beyond the seeing your own limitations? And it was one of those moments that just hit me, right? And it made me think, man, she is listening to everything I'm saying. And thank goodness, because it was that conversation around the kitchen table that made me go, she's right. Why not? Right? You have to persevere beyond your own limitations. And I had only seen limitations, not the potential or the opportunity. And thank goodness that my baby girl was there, pushing me, and so I would say that was one of those moments where I persevered beyond my own limitations and started, and did what I've been telling everyone else to do.
That's awesome. And you do that for so many. And I got tears in my eyes thinking of your daughter who, young women, we're so amazingly brilliant when we're young, right? I have 3 nieces that are around me all the time, and I hear them tell me things. And I'm like, gosh, so often, we know so much and we're so wise when we're young. And then we get out into the world and it sort of beats us down. Aren't you so happy for that voice, which is the voice inside you that she's been saying that you helped her create? And how full circle.
And it was, and to see her, I mean, my daughter is an athlete. And so she played, I think, her story. She, had played on the soccer team, and I saw her become an advocate for others. And I saw her, sort of speak up, and I saw her do all the things that I'm like, yes, yes, yes. So it kind of made sense that she would be like, girlfriend, think back. And it's not letting people beat that out of you, right? Or take specialness, that superpower that you have away from you. She used to, when she played, she's a very aggressive player, and a coach would want to make her play a different way. And I'd say, don't you dare. Don't you dare take this piece that makes her what she is away from her. And we need to say that to ourselves. Don't let someone else persevere through letting someone else take away what is special about you away. Right?
Mm. Yes. Thank you for dropping that knowledge. You are such an incredibly positive and uplifting person. What's a mantra that you live by?
The first one that automatically comes to mind is you have to laugh to keep from crying, right? You've got to laugh to keep from crying. And I've said that for years. And it's I work at one of it's my dream job, amazing organizations in the country, where it's our mission to care for very sick children, right? And of every type and every kind of medical condition. And it would be easy to sit here and say, what is going on? What how can we not heal everyone? But there's such levity to it. There's such peace to a child being a child, right? And so I've tried to, and I think I've told you this before, I try to take those tense moments and bring levity to it, right? Because the tear, it's just as easy at that moment. It's that emotion that can take you to tears or can take you to laughter, right? Yeah. I always want to take that moment over to laughter, because it doesn't take away the hurt or the struggle or the strife that you might be going through, but it makes you do it with a smile on your face, right? And gives you some hope and gives you some inspiration. And that's why, and I think you've seen as my Facebook friend or on Instagram, I've really tried to bring joy during this time, because there's so much negativity and I don't want to diminish that, and the hurt and the pain and the death, but we've got to put a star out there for some joy.
Gosh, like hearing you walk through that story, I could really feel like a time in my life where you're like hurting so much and you have that dear friend that's by your side that like cracks a joke, and you are like devastatingly crying, and it's a release to laugh like that. Like, you're crying and you're laughing at the same time. It is really a gift. And I am so thankful for those friends that are able to do that for me, because it's so important.
Absolutely. Yeah. I know you've done that to me. I mean, we could look at all these different people in our lives who've just given us that, have given that nugget of hope, right? And of inspiration to say, this moment looks really dark, but that it's the saying, it's darkest before the dawn. Let me give you some dawn.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, Michelle. Well, it's, I have to tell you, we all have our own journey, and hearing your story, and the blessings that you've given since I've been at the chamber, and having the opportunity to get to know you more, it's so important that we as women have women like you in our lives, so that we understand that we can go further and learn. And I look at you in awe, and your positivity, and how you live, and how you hike on top of mountains and mountain bike, and you're a badass, and you're so successful. And, you're the epitome of Athena. Yeah. And you break your face, like you really are the epitome of Athena, because your story and who you are inspires so many. I can't wait to celebrate you. You so deserve it. I remember the first time I met you when I was interviewing you for Kelly Brough. I was like, she's so lucky to have Michelle as a friend. I want her as a friend.
You just want to expand that, like, it's like, oh, they're so awesome. Please be with me for a minute. I mean, it's some of the younger women that, and I don't want to admit age because in my mind, I'm still 29, but some of the younger, like, people that I'm tending to hang out with these days are just, they make you relevant. They make you fun. They make you excited. It's just, and we're blessed. We're blessed with amazing, amazing women. And, we've got to be a warrior for each other, like Athena, drop
Yes.
the whip, be a warrior, bring
Mhm.
your, we all have that superpower.
Oh, I love you, Michelle. Congratulations. I can't wait for our members to see this.
I love you guys. Thank you so much. Can't
Bye.
wait.
We'll celebrate you soon.
Can't wait.